told the reason is that in the other schools, grace period, that is time of loss, was compensated by the center itself. Extra time was given to them.
Your
As a
Lordship could
result
find
thereof,
Judger
they did not suffer any
at
loss of
page
time.
14, my lords. Serial number
No, but tell us something.
69.
In Hadyal school,
It has
Hadyal school,
59%.
the paper was replaced with the correct paper.
Students
later on?
qualified.
I am told that both the papers happened to be given. After the confusion, the SBI paper was withdrawn and Canara Bank paper was allowed to be continued. That's a fact.
In Hadyal school.
Yes, minutes. That is
So
what
that means in Hadyal school, all students wrote the Can Bank paper.
all
Be firm, put
Yes.
it on a piece of paper
Yes.
so that there is a
On a
responsibility.
piece of paper.
Not just to, my lord,
All students wrote the Can Bank paper at Hadyal school. Why were they given grace marks?
what we will do
Yes.
is, let's
Lord, before I take your
compare
lordship to the next
city-wise
annexure,
where this
Lord,
happened and
can you allow me
center-wise.
to place
Why
only
the
one
different
fact, Lord,
treatment
which is
was
an
in the
accepted
afternoon.
fact in public
Yes,
domain.
yes.
Only
There
one
are
thing, my
certain
lord, just
centers
to
like
put
Kota, Sikar, Kottayam in south, Rajkot. There are several centers which are hubs of competitive examinations, coaching
Were papers
centers.
replaced and under whose orders were
Lord,
the
the
papers
word which
continued? I
generally,
mean,
my lord,
was
the
NTA
newspapers have
monitoring this
used
from Delhi or
factory.
what happened?
It
Is
is
possibly
monitored
taken from a
Delhi minutes
recent web
and
series,
its
Kota Factory.
Communication.
They are hubs
Did
for,
not-
did Delhi get
For
to know in the
coaching
morning that,
centers
look, the
for
wrong paper has been
entrance
distributed?
examinations.
What time it came to the
or
knowledge
other
and what time
examinations
the
like
communication,
UPSC.
because it's large number of
Kota
centers.
is considered to be
Yeah,
the best in
now,
UPSC.
Now, Mr. Huda,
But
you have to
UPSC,
wrap up
NEET,
fast.
But in fact, I'm not allowed to proceed
uh,
by the other
IIT,
side.
JEE,
Lord, only one thing,
I was on
just to put
Haryal school.
several
There are
competitive
20 questions on Haryal school itself.
My lord,
They have
only-
made 4
Only a
statements with
minute,
regard to
only a
Kota.
minute.
Let me show.
Sikar,
my lord,
Kottayam.
a minute. Lord, my learned friend is arguing
Namakkal
that the entire
in Tamil Nadu,
country's examination is vitiated
Rajkot in
and
Gujarat.
therefore there should be a retest. My lord, giving examples of some mistakes
No,
here or
that's a
there
systemic failure, my
out
lord.
of 4,570 may not, my lord,
Yes.
serve his purpose
There are
of
several
assessing.
coaching
I'm
centers,
saying there is
several
a systemic
hostels.
failure, and I'm
Right from those who cannot
sequentially
afford, they would
demonstrate
have
that
their
how the
hostels.
system
Those who
was
can
so
afford,
brittle
they can have
and
flats, they can
fragile,
hire
that
flats,
which
there are
was
PG
at
accommodations.
the wings
But
and
all,
fences of
essentially
these
the entire economy is on
and
students.
city center
They are given
operators
question
who are
papers
private
every
individuals,
alternate
got
day.
nothing to do
Some
with the
dummy
government.
paper would be
With regard to
formed
Jhajjar,
by
I'm
the
just
coaching
closing
classes,
Jhajjar, I want
and
to
they
say,
would be asked to
in the
appear in
first
that
response, they
examination. They are
said,
trained
Haryal
how to
school,
attempt those
Canara
questions
paper
where you
was
are very
given,
confident.
they attempted Canara
Thereafter,
paper, they
to examine the
evaluated
questions
Canara
where you
paper,
have to
no
give a
grace
little
marks were
time,
given. This is their
how to
stand just
avoid
now.
negative marking,
They have changed
etc.
it,
So when
right.
a child
With
sits
regard
in
to
the
the other two centers, they
actual
said there was a
examination,
loss
it is
of
his
time, and that is
201st
why grace marks
examination.
were given.
Hypothetical.
So the
Just now they said it.
students who were
Now
getting
they have
taken
again
at
said
those
it
centers
with regard to those two
would not necessarily be
centers.
students who are
No
domiciled
grace
in that-
marks
No,
were
no, no, no.
given.
They-
They'll be coming
Extra
from
time
outside.
was given
They
then
are
and
mostly
there.
outside.
Who took the
Mostly
decision? My lords have
outside.
rightly asked the
Now this has
question.
become a competitive
Now, with
field.
regard to Haryal school, just to fact I
parents
want to bring to my
send
lord's
their
notice.
children. Whether
A
I am
student
preparing
who
for a
got
civil service or I am preparing for NEET, I'll go stay
719
there for a
marks in
year.
Haryal
I'll
school
have coaching,
with
I'll
grace
have
marks.
PG accommodation,
They
hostel
were
accommodation, etc.
given
And
re-examination
this is going on
along with this 1563.
since many years.
The same student had,
But
earlier
still
the
there is
rank
no
was
alarming
68
rise from
with 719
last
marks out
year's to
of
this year.
720.
But
Now
just
the
I
rank
wanted
is
to say that example
58,000.
of seeker quota, etc.
413.
may not assist
With
your
regard to the
lordships to
student
arrive
who
at a
got
correct
718
conclusion
in the same
because
Haryal
they are
school,
sui generis
where the rank was
centers.
69.
What I would
After
get, my lord, at,
re-examination,
say,
the rank is
Jamnagar in
38,497.
Gujarat. Some
Now they
better,
do not
my lord,
know
training is
whether
imparted
Canara
in
Bank was
Kota.
given or initially
Or
SBI
in
was given.
Sikar, or in
On
Kottayam,
4th
or
of
in
June,
Namakkal,
they
etc.,
declared
etc.
one result, that is
But
SBI result.
that also, now, my lord, what
There
we
is
have
no
done is
separate key.
that I have told your
They
lordships
did not even
which,
disclose on
number
4th
of
of June
students are
that there
above
was loss
12
of
lakh
time.
50,000
And
and
the
which
loss
are
of
below.
time we have
Now we
compensated
forget
with
those
grace
who are
marks.
below. Out
This
of
they had to come out with only when they were
12,50,000,
confronted with
that is
719
above
marks and
percentile,
718
and who are
marks,
qualified,
because this is not
how many
numerically
students
possible
were
with
qualified
the number
last,
of marks
were
and negative
getting
marking.
admission
Then
last
they
year,
said,
last
no,
to last year, and
in
this
the
year?
entire country, what
Whether
they
there
do
is
is,
any unexplainable
this
spurt,
NTA has collected
there
about
is any
400 crore rupees from the
increase
students.
or
Thereafter,
any shocking
I give
Lord,
example of Lord Seeker now,
development,
which is
Lord, that exercise we have
data-wise
done,
very
which your lordships
important.
would find at page
Seeker has
28.
49 centers in all. out of 49 center, only one center is this Kendriya Vidyalaya.
My lord, your lordships would find the
Rest
title is
48
table
centers
showing
are, my lord, all
city-wise
private
success
school,
rate.
self-financed private schools.
And if your lordships were to see, my lord,
All
the
their city
subtitle,
coordinator,
one is
invigilators,
state, another is city.
superintendent are all private
Number of
individuals
candidates appeared
whom
in
NTA
2022.
issue checks of 2,000
Lord, the
rupees
fourth
a day
column.
or 2,500 or
Your lordship gets
1,500
that.
rupees.
Number of students
Now,
appeared in
because
2022.
this honorable
Number
court is
of
kind enough
top
to allow me to discuss because so
1,08,000
many people have come to assist
in that
me.
year.
They've shown me photographs of the
Then
school,
number of
private school
students
in a
appeared
village
in
where
23.
this exam is being conducted. It doesn't even
Similarly,
have a
number
boundary
of
wall.
top 10,800.
Now, I have
And
gone through their
the
entire
success rate that is
process. I will not call it as a SOP.
No, no, sir, it has to be.
Now, that indicates
Look,
that at
these are all students
5:20,
who
the
fall
paper is
within
collected by the
qualified.
invigilator.
1 lakh, no, not, they are qualified.
And
They
the
are in
OMR
12 lakh
sheet is taken.
50,000.
They will
OMR
be
sheet is
within the
taken.
1,08,000.
Now, what
1
is
lakh
the
8,000.
time when this OMR sheet is to be sealed?
I'm
It's
grateful
nowhere
for that.
prescribed. It remains in the center. Lord, we have spoken even to the center vigilators. Either 2-3 hours, it keep lying in every center with the center superintendent. And then they have to deposit it somewhere where all the OMR sheets are collected. Like for seeker, there is one place where OMR sheets are ultimately collected in one center. There is no procedure NTA prescribed that
56,000 government
5:20
colleges.
this OMR sheet is collected.
And
Then 5:30 it
52,000
should be
private
sealed in the
colleges. I must
presence
tell
of
your
the
lordships one
students.
more thing. Just to, my lord,
Because
give your
Lord, they
lordships
have
the
trained
correct
these invigilators
feel.
across the
What is
country.
the
Then what
pan-India
they get
impact?
deposited with the
I have not
centralized deposit.
deducted
There is no time
the
given.
reserved seats.
Let them file a specific
Reserved
affidavit
seats,
if
my lord,
they
would, the
ever
success
in
rate would
black
be,
and white.
my lord,
How soon after the
almost half.
examination concludes at
While
5:30?
I'll
Lord,
tell
it
you,
is-
your
the sealing
lordships,
process
out
takes.
of 100
But they
seats,
say that it
50
is
seats are reserved.
8:30 to 9
SC,
o'clock.
ST,
Ultimately,
OBC,
it gets
and
deposited
economically
with the city
backward class.
center.
These are done, my lord, at the state
But
level
what
also.
time
when
is
does
the
And some
sealing take
states,
place?
or
Lord, this
maybe
I
all
could not
states,
find in their
some
entire
states at
SOP.
least
I have
have
placed it before the
domicile
honorable.
reservation also.
So,
So
Lord,
out
I
of
would say
100 seats, the general
I will
category
show the
students,
data.
depending upon, my lord,
Now, Mr.
which
Huda,
category
you
they
could-
belong
I'm
to,
coming to the data.
their available seat might be only
Yes.
45 out of 100.
Now, Lord,
But without touching
after
that,
analyzing the
out
data,
of
what we find,
1,80,000,
there are certain
4030
centers which are doing exceedingly well. It's not the
so
students,
if we
that the
count
centers
that,
are
Lord,
doing
this
exceedingly well.
19.12 would go
Like
almost to
Lord,
10%
Quota
success
and
rate, my lord,
seeker
at an all
both
India
have
level.
almost
Lord,
equal number
similarly,
of students
now
appearing.
see, my lord, first is Sikar, I have read, Lord, Andhra Pradesh, Tanuku. Total 972 students appeared in 2022. Your lordships may kindly correlate with the heading.
Yes.
Total 179
Lord, the
in
data
top
I wanted to show
1,80,000.
after giving this background
8,000.
that after
So
5:20
entitled to get
there
admission
is a lot
subject
of
to
time and
reservation,
leeway.
etc.
Got your point. You did not
And
repeat the note.
because
Similarly,
Quota
in 2023,
and seeker had equal
total
number of students appearing.
168 students
If
and
we
entitled
calculate
within
Lord, first top
1,88,000 is
centers in the
213.
country, getting students
This year,
having more
total
than
students appeared is
650
1,007
rank,
and entitled
I'm
are
sorry, marks.
171.
then 38 center
it
out
is
of
lower than the
49
last year.
center are only from seeker.
Even in Sikar,
Getting over 650 marks.
2022, the success rate was
38 out of
24.02,
50.
which is now down to 19.22.
What is 50?
50 top centers Lord, in the entire country.
Where's more than 650 marks?
That's right. If 650 is taken as a cutoff and we evaluate that what are the top 50 center in the country,
Where even one student gets more than 650.
that's right. So all students put together getting more than 650 are from seeker out of 50.
38 out of 50
Correct.
are from
Seeker alone. 38 centers, Lord. And 6 centers, Lord, adjoining to Rajasthan, which falls in Haryana. That's a Mahendragarh, Bhiwani. Rewari, Mahendragarh, Bhiwani. And now, Lord, may kindly see this. There are 2 factors.
What I've taken down is that quota and sticker centers had broadly equal number of students appearing. Students getting more than 650 marks.
Yes, my lord. Let me straight away show those charts, my lord.
38 out of 50 are from Sikar alone, 6 in Mahendragarh, Rewari and Bihani.
Correct, Lord.
Now show us the chart.
Yes, my lord. My lord, may kindly permit me to refer to my second supplementary note.
Which you have just given today, no?
Yes, my lord, which was filed, my lord.
Page.
My lord, first annexure, page 13 is their SOP, which I said that there is no time given for sealing after OMR is collected. Then, my lord, the data of top 50 centers, my lord, that is page 101, annexure C. But before that, my lord, allow me to show one more chart at page 100 for a moment, my lord. This again, they have to answer it, my lord, if they can answer it post lunch. The difference in the data declared on 4th of June and 20th of July, page 100, my lord, may kindly see this table. My lord, just see Bihar,
Just one second.
page 100, my lord. That's right. Mismatch in the result published on 4th of June 2014 and 20th of July 2024. 4th of June 24 and 20th of July 24.
Yes.
Lord, just see Bihar at serial number 4. As per 4th of June, registered were 1,54,000, appeared 1,49,000 something, qualified 74,743. Now the data on 20th of July.
Please
Appeared
come to, my lord.
students
Just one factual
1,36,000.
Lord, there are 5 other courses which are admissions happen from the same
The
entrance
difference is
examination.
13,000.
So the total number of seats are about 3 lakh. And the rank
And
for
Lord, this
admission
difference
goes
is
up to
appearing
12
almost
lakh from the
everywhere.
same NEET examination.
we will
Here we are
respond to
talking
that
only of
after they respond to
MBBS,
it.
but there are
June and
BAMS
20th July, the
and
number of
dental and
students
all
comes
other
down.
allied courses.
Appears. For them,
That's right.
for them, the 50th
Lord,
percentile is not applied.
No, applicable.
No, that is
Everyone,
Rajasthan, Lord, may kindly see
But-
specifically
but
Rajasthan
the
also
rank
for this.
goes up
There is
to
something
up to
plus
the
also
last
like
course.
Tamil Nadu,
The rank goes up
There-
to 12
Yes,
lakh.
yes, yes.
So
No, no,
it's
it can't
not
go to
only,
up to
we are not
15,000.
only talking
Yes.
about.
Very from
No, my
your
lord,
side.
what happens?
That's right.
Lord,
Yes,
let me-
Last
let me
year it
explain
was about 12 lakh.
Let me, Lord,
Last
explain
year
it
it
for
was
a moment.
about 12 lakh.
But the 50th
What
percentile
happens
is
is,
applied as a
in
qualification
their
for all
system,
courses.
Lord, yes,
if
yes.
I am
yes,
resident
yes, yes.
of Rohtak,
All
Haryana,
BDS,
if I fill
BAMS,
up
whatever.
an address of
But
Tamil
he
Nadu, I
argued
want
on
to go to
medicine,
Sikar.
therefore I am giving medicine.
I can
As a matter
simply
of
fill up
interest,
my address, some address of
Just
Sikar,
show us where we
and
get
they will treat me
Hazaribagh,
as a student of Sikar.
Patna,
I wanted to show,
And
Manoj,
I
kindly
will
come to
get a
page 30.
center somewhere in Sikar.
Page 30. They are
People have
at
gone
51502. Manoj, that is the
Godhra,
city code.
Gujarat,
Bihar,
to Karnataka,
Patna, the
Belgaum.
6th from below.
One incident is a girl who got
Their success rate is
705
5.53
marks on 4th of June.
this year. But
She got
see,
failed
Manoj, the
in
earlier
12th
success rate,
class.
it
and
has
she's
remained
getting
consistent, Manoj.
31 out
2
of
or 3
100
percent plus or minus.
chemistry and
is
so
everywhere.
on and so forth.
And
People
obviously,
have
Manoj, it would
traveled
depend upon
from
the caliber
Odisha,
of each batch,
Karnataka to
the
Godhra. And with regard to
examination,
this, one
etc.,
professor
etc.
wrote an email
Please,
which
Manoj,
I have
yeah.
placed on record a month before,
7.74
that
and
this is a
5.5.
Yes,
scam
the
happening.
22, it was 8.9, 23, it became
we know what the
7.74,
original place is.
and
Lord,
this
what
year it
happens
is
is-
5.53.
What happens is they do not connect it with Aadhaar card or
Now
any
please
proof
come
of
to
residence.
32,
They open
Hazaribagh.
their system. They say you fill up the
Fourth
address
from
of
top.
your residence, whatever you feel like, and we will treat it to be your residence address, and we will allocate you center as per the address you give it here. Absolutely
Yes.
no system in place to verify
page
that.
32,
But
fourth from top, Manoj.
7.2 ordinary residing in Delhi.
And this year
when I fill up
4.61
my
only.
form online, I can choose a center, say in Sikar, or I can fill out a center in somewhere in Tamil Nadu or Kerala. Any?
My lord, I am free to give whatever address I want.
Showing us by showing some
Yes.
residents over there.
Not even show,
And my lord, I'll
filling it
also
up.
show Belgaum, where my
Just
lord, one
I
of
need to
the
type it in.
What point of time
students
do they verify
who is
whether you are
not
actually a
stated
resident?
to
of
have
that?
At no
failed.
stage, my lord, may kindly note it.
A student can choose
Shifted
a center
to
in any part
Belgaum.
of the country or
Any
the
part of
outside.
the country.
Page
And you don't have to
39, my
submit
lords.
any document.
Lord,
Absolutely
the
no proof,
impression
my lord.
one gets is that
And
she
there is an
shifted
email, if I
all
can
the way
straight
from
away invite
Gujarat
some
to
of the kind
Belgaum because
attention to that
Belgaum there was
email
a
for a
huge
moment. Professor email.
potential for
Change of center, but
some
choice of
mass
center.
copying or something. Please come to
Page
39.
190 of my lord, this my lord, may
Karnataka,
kindly
Belgaum,
permit me to.
Belgaum. The success rate is 2.5%.
No.
Exactly. Ah, yeah, got it. Belgaum.
Lord, seventh from the bottom.
Later on, when you're done, 3.94. Argument is that a student
Yes.
can choose a center.
So one would
of their
not go from
liking anywhere in
Gujarat to
the country
Belgaum.
by saying,
Maybe some personal reasons I have not
I
examined.
reside there.
But their success
Then the
rate is
student at any point of
2.05.
time of the registration
Nobody would
process
go
have to produce any documentary
at
material
a center.
to indicate that they are residents of that place.
I'll
like an
answer
Aadhaar
that.
card.
I'll answer that, but when I
whatever.
give the figures of seeker, he's taking on seeker, I'll be able to justify the success rate has gone down, but we'll be able to show that. Now, let me come to my place. Look, I can go by.
How does it work?
Similarly,
When
I
a
forgot
center
my lord
is
to
sought
show
by a
that to your
student,
lordship's my lord in
student applies
the
for a center
annexure
or
B.
city when you
Lord,
submit
that
an application for
percentile,
it?
city,
City.
Lord,
Now,
this
when
Bihar
it
and
applies for a
Hazariganj, my lord,
city,
please come to page
does
17.
NTA require any
17. But this is, I am showing percentile. Those who are above 12 lakhs.
Absolutely.
Or does that student just choose a city anywhere
Lord,
in the country?
191. Bihar is at, this is Seriatim, so it's ranked at
Correct. My lord,
191.
I just want to
Patna.
point out
Their
an email, like my lord,
qualifying
you
rate,
would
my lord,
remember,
success rate
Kaka
is
College had written them with
49.22.
regard to Godhra a month earlier.
Lord,
In there, they did not act on it.
191, serial
In
number
their reply, they
191.
say now
there
they
are
have
page 17.
marked this
State is,
college
Bihar,
Kaka email
Patna,
to some competent authority to look into it.
so many
Now, with
students
regard
appeared,
to this, allow me, my lord, to
so many
refer
is
to
cleared,
this email
so
at
many
page 190.
became eligible, means more than 164. 49
Yes, yes, my lord, I'm coming back. My lord, I'm already on
Double
the
two.
tables, my lord. My lord, I'm
Similarly,
already on the tables.
if your
My lord,
lordships were to, my lord, permit me to
my lord,
show
may
the
kindly
next
see,
page,
yes.
Jharkhand,
My lord, I
Hazaribagh,
was page 100.
216.
My lord, I'm showing this data. I was at page 100 to demonstrate.
ultimately, up to now, you have dealt
It
with
is
Hazaribagh, you have dealt with
47.68.
Patna, you have dealt with 49.22.
Yes,
This
please.
all will
Page
demonstrate.
17.
No, my lord, give me some time.
Submission is
My friend has
17,
taken a
right?
long. I have
17 is
quarrel. I
Jharkhand,
have taken
Hazaribagh.
another matter.
Sorry,
I'll be grateful. I
18.
will only take 10 minutes.
Page 17, your lordships are right.
That
Patna,
I'm-
Bihar is page
10 minutes.
17.
My lord,
Allow me-
my lord, if you go by,
And
if
your
you go
lordships
by
would find the
seniority,
average.
I'm 66, I'm senior.
Next is, my lord,
But we have
above that
followed
is
a different
Punjab,
rule. I have no quarrel.
49.23.
I have no quarrel.
Below that is Chhattisgarh, 49.11.
No,
Gujarat, 49.10.
Mr.
Jharkhand,
Mehta, you're only
49.07.
59.
They are in that bracket. They are not in the highest bracket
Please
of
don't insult seniors. But my lord, I
80
only
plus.
take 10 minutes.
Then next page, my lord.
One person leads.
No,
the
my lord,
cause.
I only
Serial
take
number
10 minutes, my lord.
216.
We are also. We
No,
are-
because I believe that
Jharkhand,
he is.
Hazaribagh.
Second, Mr. Nedumbara, it would be wrong.
Their
to say
success
that
rate
he has
is
taken
success
time.
rate in
We
the
are
sense
also,
of
No, I'm not blaming anybody. my lord.
47.68.
I am
Yes,
only requesting 10
46.6,
minutes to be given to me.
47.68.
Then,
That
my
is,
lord,
they are
I relieve me.
above
That's all.
164.
10 minutes to me.
Certainly.
10 minutes to me, my lord.
Now,
If
my
I
lord,
can,
having
before
shown
lunch,
this
my lord,
annexure B
I have
and
another
C,
matter to be. I'm
Lord,
taking
please
adjournment
come
after
to-
adjournment in Madras High Court. I want to appear online.
All right.
So 10 minutes.
I was page 100, the table, just to demonstrate the mismatch. And this is for them to explain that how the number of candidates who appeared in a particular state has gone down from the result declared on 4th of June to the result declared on 20th of July.
Lord, page 48.
Then,
Lord, the cities
then, my
which
lord,
were mentioned
at
before your
page
lordship.
101,
48.
annexure
48,
C
annexure
is
E.
the list of
Lord,
top
what your
50
lordships have seen
centers,
up till now is city-wise.
which
Now
indicates, my
the
lord,
cities which were placed
that
for your lordship's
how
consideration
these centers
based on some
are
assumption, presumption
concentrated
without any
in Sikar.
evidence or even convincing material on record. We have done that center-wise also. Sikar, my lords, yes. For example, this is Sikar. First is state. We can ignore that, my lord, because it is Rajasthan.
Yes.
Lord, I have
City
given
is
the
Sikar.
center code,
Fourth
number of
column is
student
Guru-
appeared,
the
how many students
center.
above
Gurukul
700,
International School.
then the percentage
Total
of
715
700 plus
students
above
appeared in this
650,
center.
percentage of above
Rank
650.
within first
above
56,000 is 101
percentage of above
students.
600, and then above 550. I
The
have gone
success
only
ratio
up to
is
above 550.
14.13.
Now,
And
this
rank within
will show
10 lakh
a concentration.
80,000. Sorry, 1 lakh 88,000.
The
is
concentration
152.
here
Their
is, my lord,
success rate is
primarily seeker, my lord, we can see this.
1.26%. But this is again without considering the
Rajkot,
reservation.
There is one station
If
at
we count the
Rajkot, my lord,
reservation,
where
it
the
would
total
be
number of student is
perhaps, my lord,
1968.
half. Subject
Center
to,
code,
my lord,
where
this
12 students
101
above
or
700.
152 also may have some candidates who are entitled to the benefit of reservation.
115
Similarly,
above 615. There is something special.
next is
with
my lord,
Rajkot,
Kolkaji
this
Shikshan
center
Sansthan.
code.
Success rate is 20.9.
Totally in Sikar, in the
That's fine.
56,000, how many students and how many percent?
But percentage center wise is on the last
There will
column.
Seeker after Rajkot. 1,000
Your
students,
total,
8
your
are
lordship, is
above
page
700.
28.
9 or about?
And then, my lord,
Your lordships have seen page 28.
my lord, I'm on next item, a Seeker Rajasthan. Out
The
of
success rate is
1,001 student appearing,
19.22.
8 above 700, then 69 above 650,
Sikar is
and
19.22.
115
But
above
please see, my lord, the
600.
previous year, 19.19.
And then
Total is 11.99
241
and 19.22.
above 550.
Your lordships are at page.
So 11.99% in the first
Also
56,000
kindly keep it in
government
mind,
seats.
Yes.
city
And
coordinators are
19.22 in the
the owners of
52,000
these schools. And these
In
are
1 lakh
private
8,000.
schools.
Oh, that is in 1,08,000.
Yes.
And the
But your
invigilators are
lordships
the
asked me
employees of
the
these
total
private
in
schools.
Sikar city.
And the
That is at
possibility
page
cannot be
28, your
ruled
lordships
out
have seen.
Right,
that
that
these
I saw.
teachers
That's why
are
It
not
is
in league with the
19.22. Yeah, last
the
year it
coaching
was
centers, my lord, which are
19.90.
operating in Kota and Seeker.
Slight increase. And in 2022, it was 24.0. So it has decreased.
Are what? Are the
year
city
by year.
coordinators, city coordinators are government employees or they're
No,
private
they
employees?
are principals of the particular school which is.
Private
the
schools,
center.
my lord.
Sorry,
Principal of the school where the center is located.
Private schools.
city coordinators.
City coordinator.
Yes,
I'm giving
Center-
everything, Mr.
City-
Hegde.
City coordinator. Right. So this, Mr.
It's completely
Mr.
privatized.
Principal of
This year,
CBSE school is the city coordinator.
27,216
There
students
is in
appeared.
Seeker, there is no
52.
CBSE school. There is
52.
only
That-
one.
that's exactly
People in the
This
56,000.
Kendriya
got
Mahavidyalaya,
3,262, which is
48 are the private schools.
11.99%.
Will be
And
with
in the total.
And CBSE affiliated, not CBSE run.
32.
About 19%.
So about 19.22%.
When this plea has been raised, it's something.
But they are CBSE affiliated schools, not CBSE run schools.
Top 50, you are saying that there is a concentration of seeker.
Correct, my lord. Kindly see this table, my lord. It shows all seeker. 38 of them, my lord. Not a coincidence, my lord. And I'm sure, my lord, consistently, even the last year also,
Seeker.
these, my lord, even last year also and last to last year also, this seeker must be doing well for the reason. Because all these private schools, my lord, they are together, CPSC affiliated or Rajasthan board affiliated. Now, one of them is a city coordinator. Rest are the invigilator. And my lord,
But tell us, Mr. Huda, assuming that that is so, I mean, can that be a ground to cancel the entirety of the exam all over the country? Or two, to cancel the exam for seeker as a
no,
whole?
my lord, what I say, I bow down.
There be sure a retest for
My
seeker.
lord,
Can
what
we-
I humbly submit
There's
is,
sufficient data in itself.
If
Blood,
all
what-
over the country,
what
there are
assembly-
6 people per 1,000 who get above 600, all over the country. That's the average. And in each place in Seeker, you get 75, you get 80. That's the,
It just let's see this, what you
The
have
country
computed
average.
over here.
Please,
It's
the
so-
reference value is the country average.
वो डाउनलोड करके पहले उसको will magnify, मेरे को दिखने में
Not-
नहीं दिखता।
My lord, what I humbly submit is,
Have a paper copy of that page.
Words only.
yes, my lord, it's there. My lord.
Less than 10.
15 दे दिया. Give 3.
Lord, if you page 48 onwards, seeker, if your lordship sees the success ratio center-wise,
This is, my lord,
it is
100,
between
500
18 to
and above.
22. Sometimes
is
it
not
dips,
really
it never goes up. Please see, my lord, it is 21.26, 20.98, 22.31, etc., my lord. It dips at serial number 20, where it is 8.86%, but it has never seen any unusual.
Page 53, we have quota.
Yes. Similar, my lords. Quota, my lord, after the results, there was an article, my lord, recently in one of the leading newspapers, that after the results in quota, the land prices or property prices in Sikar have gone up. Not that students or parents buy property. People buy property for being rented or for using it as a PG, because quota is now not doing well as compared to Sikar. Not that that's my argument, just as a, it was yesterday only this article came. Now, my lord, I'll just take example of first, quota, Lal Bahadur Shastri, 476 appeared, rank within first 56,028. And I'm not counting, my lord, the reserved categories. I'm counting everything to be open, just to show to your lordships that there is no marked spike which can lead to any conclusion. And it has remained constant, my lord, since last 3 years, with variation of plus minus 2 to 3%. And success ratio is 5.88%.
It's about this percentage. Good. Mr. Hegde, above what?
6 people per 1,000. That's 0.6%. Is on an average, that's the national. That should be the reference value. Now, if your lordship takes the first one in Rajasthan, or see the Vidya Bharati Public School, let us see how many of them have got in. So above
My lords are on
550,
some
which
page, my
gets
lord,
you a
I think.
state.
I'm sorry.
There are 241 students who have got above 550
Out of 1,000.
out of 1,000 students. 1 in 4 students.
Lord, this is alluding towards systemic failure. And all these people are not from Sikar. They have come from all over the country. They are not people who have taken coaching from Sikar. Because of this systemic failure.
That they have not taken coaching from.
I do not know, because if I compare it,
Don't make statements.
hold on please. If I compare it with Quota is the coaching
Quota
hub.
and Sikar are education
And my lord,
hubs.
yes,
People from
now,
students from
and
all
the
over
number
the
of
country
students appeared
stay
in
there. There are
Quota.
hostels,
Where
PG
is the-
accommodations.
where is the-
It's a coaching cluster. So don't say that they are not. No, similar is Kottayam.
Belgavi, my lord, in Karnataka
page
is not a
56.
coaching hub where
These are all
girl
high-ranking, my lord,
goes from Anjali Patel,
centers.
goes from Gujarat to Belgavi.
Lord, I'm not
She fails, she
Lord,
appears in 12th class
wasting your
standard
lordship's
in
time.
Gujarat
Yes,
because
yes,
she's from
now what's the
Gujarat.
next thing
She
that you
failed,
want to show us?
but she went
Rajkot,
all
if
the
your
way to
lordship gets it.
Belgavi,
Rajkot
got
is about
705 marks.
5.22% and 10.7%.
And Lord, what I'm
Yes,
told
my lord,
is
as a matter of fact,
CBSE
the first
syllabus of 12th
56,000,
is
it is, my
completely
lord,
in aligned with
3%,
the
1%,
syllabus of NEET examination.
74 total.
So it's not possible somebody getting
average is, my lord,
31 in botany out of 100 and getting 700.
10.77%.
You've shown data from that center in Belgavi where she appeared. Were the people getting high marks unusually large at that center?
Lord, there are.
Not too much show us.
Lord, I will. If I, my lord, show all these tables in seriatim, my lord, I will show that.
Now, your lordship, my lord, kindly come to page 8
So, my
of
lord,
this submission.
This table at 101.
Lord, there was, Lord, opening of the window. Lord, first of all, Lord, first of all, we received several representations by mail, emails, that we are unable to log in or we are unable to register ourselves because of some technical glitches, etc. Lord, eventually, when we open the window for some time, it results into more number of candidates being given an opportunity to compete. That does not, Lord, lead to any inference even remotely of any wrongdoing. But what was not pointed out to your lordship is, out of total 23 lakhs 50,000 odd students, those who changed, those who used this window for the purpose of changing their center are 14,000 only. 14,546. Out of approximately 24 lakhs, not 14,000 applied for change of city. The rest of them were unable to register themselves and therefore they registered themselves. Now, what will be the impact of this 14,000? We have also examined. 14,000 as compared to 24 lakhs is a minuscule amount, figure. But did they go for the purpose of any undue or illegal benefit to a new center? Well, we have done that exercise at page 8. Correction window allowing change of exam cities, 14,546 applied for change.
வணக்கம். இப்போ வந்து நீட் யூஜி 2024ஓட இன்னைக்கு ஹியரிங் வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியாச்சு. ஸோ அதுக்கான ஹியரிங் வந்து போயிட்டு இருக்கு. ஸோ என்ன இது வரைக்கும் சொல்லியிருக்காங்கன்னா, ஸோ ரிசல்ட்ஸ் வந்து ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ஏரியாவில் வந்திருக்கு அப்படிங்கும்போது அந்தந்த ஏரியாவில் இருக்கிற கோச்சிங் சென்டர்ஸும் காரணம். ஸோ அந்தந்த சென்டரில் இப்போ எக்ஸாம்பிள் சென்னை, நாமக்கல், சிக்கர் இங்கெல்லாம் வந்து ஏன் வந்து கோட்டா இங்கெல்லாம் ஏன் வந்து ரிசல்ட்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் வந்து அதிகமான மார்க் வாங்கியிருக்காங்கன்னா கோச்சிங் சென்டர்ஸ் காரணம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி போயிட்டு இருக்கு. ஸோ ஃபர்தர் என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு பார்க்கலாம்.
These 14,000 and 557 cities throughout the country. Maybe their personal reasons, but whatever, my lord, we cannot examine those questions, my lord. We are dealing with 24 lakh students. So why they are wanting to shift, we can't go into, and we need not go into the reasons.
ஸோ இப்போ வந்து என்னன்னா நடுவில் வந்து விண்டோ வந்து ஓப்பன் பண்ணது எதுக்கு அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய ஃபோன் கால்ஸு நிறைய இமெயில்ஸ் வந்து ரெக்வஸ்ட் வந்துச்சு. அதனால நாங்கள் வந்து சென்டரை வந்து இது பண்ணுறதுக்கு விண்டோ வந்து ஓப்பன் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்கிறாங்க.
Allocated.
City is the choice, and we respect that choice, and we don't sit in appeal over whether your request for change is justifiable or not.
This request came at what point of time, Mr. Mehta?
It
What
was
days you looked into the request? Only for one day or?
no.
சீஃப் ஜஸ்டிஸ் என்ன கேட்குறாங்கன்னா சிட்டி அண்ட் சென்டரை வந்து செலக்ட் பண்ண முடியும்னு கேட்குறாங்க. இல்லை சிட்டி மட்டும் தான் செலக்ட் பண்ண முடியும். சென்டர் வந்து ரேண்டமாக அலாட் ஆகிறது தான். சென்டர் வந்து யாருக்கு என்ன சென்டர் அலாட் ஆகுதுன்னு தெரியாது. சிட்டி ஆனால் அவங்க சூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம், ப்ரியாரிட்டி வைஸ் சூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆப்ஷன் செகண்ட் ஆப்ஷன் அப்படி போட்டுக்கலான்றாங்க.
No, my lord. Please come to page 7.
Between which date to which date?
18th March to 20th March.
and 11th March to 12th March. 11th April to 12th April. I have mentioned those dates.
ஸோ போன ஹியரிங்லேயே வந்து எத்தனை பேர் வந்து சிட்டி சேஞ்ச் பண்ணாங்க அப்படின்னு கேட்டதுக்கு ஸோ அதுக்கான டேட்டா நாங்கள் வந்து ஸ்டோர் பண்ணலை அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ எத்தனை பேர் விண்டோ ஓப்பன் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் நாங்கள் வந்து அவங்க வந்து அவங்களோட எக்ஸாம் சிட்டியை வந்து சேஞ்ச் பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்ற இதை வந்து நாங்கள் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணலை அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க.
Who for their own reasons, which we have not examined, sought transfers and were granted, their success rate is 6.46%. And they were transferred throughout the country. 557 cities.
Mm. 33 students came to Hazaribagh. 637
Yes,
came
my
to
lord.
Patna.
Yes, my lords.
And 24 came to Godhra.
Correct, my lords. And Godhra, my lord, the performance is nobody is getting admission.
Out of 33 who appeared from Hazaribagh, only one candidate scored more than 620.
622. The success rate is 3%. Out of 637 candidates who appeared in Patna, only 35 scored more than 577, corresponding to 1 lakh mark. That also without considering the reservation. Otherwise, my lord, this figure of 35 will come down to 20, roughly, depending upon reservation. And 17 candidates score more than 622, that is corresponding to 56,000 rank. So the success rate is either 5.5% or 2.7%.
But separate candidate scores.
In the entire city. And Patna has, Lord, 70 centers, 70.
70.
70. I'm Lord, I have prepared the.
So 17 candidates got more than the 56,000 mark.
Yes. So they'll get not in government college, they'll get possibly in a private college, but even government college also.
No, 17 candidates scored more than 622 marks, corresponding.
They would get government college, but subject to the reservation. If those 17 are also, some of them may be from reserved category, but we cannot. Lord, one more figure. Hazaribagh में total 2733 appeared.
Lord, may permit.
Now, did the number of candidates who appeared this year increase?
But please see, my lord, page 10.
We have given that analysis also, page 11.
10,
Page 11, sorry, madam. 10 is 11, Hazaribagh. Appeared candidates 48,643. Number of centers 70. And out of 48,000, this
Last year, how many candidates appeared from Patna?
40,000, page 30, my lord. 40,000. 901.
இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஹசாரிபாத்ல வந்து நடந்த அந்த இஷ்யூ பத்தி பேசிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அங்க வந்து என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்கன்னா, நாங்க வந்து ஓஎம்ஆர் ஷீட்டை ஃபில் பண்ணாம வச்சுட்டா அவங்களே ஃபில் பண்ணிப்பாங்க அப்படின்ற மாதிரியும் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அந்த இதை பத்தி பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
Where do you get that page 30?
30, my lord.
ஸோ இப்போ அந்த ஹசாரிபாத்ல வந்து எவ்வளவு பேர் எழுதியிருக்காங்க, எத்தனை ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து அங்க எழுதியிருக்காங்க, ஸோ அந்த டீட்டெயிலாம் கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காங்க இப்போ.
From my lord, fifth or seventh line from the bottom, my lord. Bihar, Patna, number of students appearing in 22, 34,000. No, yes. Last year, 40,901. It is increasing, my lord. 34 becomes 40 and then becomes 48. So that increase is also, my lord, proportionate every year. Same is the but there is an increase 2022 to 2023 to 2024 in almost all cities. And proportionate increase. My lord, for example, Hazaribagh, if your lordships were to see page 32, fourth column from the top. Hazaribagh, in 22, the candidates appeared were 1569 in 22. Then next to next column, candidates became 1963. And this year it became 27,033. But the success ratio is 4.61. It's not as if they were going there to get some undue benefit. Otherwise, my lord, the success ratio would have jumped. Lord,
Now, what is the next point?
Lord, which I have, your lordships have seen page 10 and 11, my lords?
Yes, or 10.
The success ratio in Patna is 5.5. If we go by, my lord, your lordships may kindly see, my lord, Hazaribagh first 10, page 10. Out of 2,733 candidates, 4.6% are within 1,08,000 bracket. Half of which, according to my calculation, would not get because of the reservation. Subject to, my lord, they also being from that category, from the category, my lord, entitled for reservation. And for government seats, the success ratio in Hazaribagh is 2.1%. That again, without counting the reservation.
ஸோ இப்போ வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஹசாரிபாத்தோட சக்ஸஸ் ரேஷியோ இயர் வைஸ் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. இயர் வைஸ் எவ்வளோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அப்பியர் ஆயிருக்காங்க, எவ்வளோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து பாஸ் ஆயிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதோட சக்ஸஸ் ரேஷியோ வந்து பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. அதுக்கடுத்து பாட்னாவும் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. பாட்னால எவ்வளோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எழுதியிருக்காங்க, எவ்வளோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து இதாயிருக்காங்க, சக்சஸ் ஆயிருக்காங்க, பாஸ் ஆயிருக்காங்கன்ற மாதிரி அதை டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
School is about 4.733.
1.1, my lord. If we go by, my lord,
622.
yes, but St. Xavier's has 6.2. So it is between 3 to 7, my lord. Substantially consistent.
But just one thing I want to point out. The reference point they have taken out for this percentage, they start with 12 lakh. Then sometime they come to reference point is 1,08,000. Sometime reference point is 56,000. Sometime reference point is the marks above 622. But this will not lead us anywhere whatsoever. This is all, wherever the picture is seen normal, they pick up that reference point and present this data. Not a haystack and 1,000 needles put in here and there, and they say the haystack doesn't seem to be imbalanced. Please.
My lord, the petitioners.
ஸோ இப்போ என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, பெட்டிஷனர் என்ன சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா, அனாலிசிஸ் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி மாத்திக்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. அனாலிசிஸ் வந்து எப்படி செட் பண்ணா அவங்களுக்கு மேட்ச் ஆகுமோ அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி அனலைசிஸை வந்து மாத்திட்டே இருக்காங்க. ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டான அனாலிசிஸ் வந்து பண்ண மாட்டேன்றாங்கன்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க.
It more than 600, I'll get it, etc. Please now, Lord, last come to page 47. Lord, I have given a cumulative chart. What would be the position of the person, of a student who gets a particular mark? And please come to the last column, my lord, at serial number 115. Just to give a broad outline. 115. The student who will get 600 will be.
What do you mean by cumulative frequency?
Cumulative frequency means, my lord, this is where he would stand out of 1,88,000. So he would stand at serial number.
But serial number 1 marks 720. Cumulative frequency would be 61. What does that mean? Oh, right, there were those 61 toppers.
Yeah, yes, my lord. It includes them.
It includes the 1563.
Yes.
When we deleted the 17, it came down to 44.
No, yes, yes.
Right.
Plus, my lord, when we see
Sorry,
600.
initially it was 67. When you deleted the 1563.
Judge deleted.
Right, it came to 61.
And when you come out of Jajjar now, come to Haryana, then come to India. My learned friends, I understand his love for Jajjar, but he has to come out of Jajjar now.
Mr. Buddha has his loyalty, you know.
Yes, I respect that.
So out of
Look, cumulative.
out of the 61, 44, as we were told, are people who get full marks for option 2.
Yes, and my lord, what I say, cumulative frequency.
So if the option 2 is not treated as a correct answer, we'll eventually get 17 students who have got 720 out of 720.
Possibly, yes.
760.
But that,
Sorry?
okay, but that doesn't lead to any malpractice. I mean, that's a different question.
Not the malpractice. If you take away those 4 marks
For option 2,
for option 2, and you add one more negative mark, so there would be at least 5 marks less.
so they'll get 715. instead of
715, and then their rank would accordingly be adjusted.
Because if what Sukriti argued yesterday, if she's right, then they will be down from 720 to 715.
Lord, there is one.
And yesterday, of course, we had the figure also, right?
Lord, can we complete this one rather than going into that area, right?
773 candidates, 4,20,773 candidates who gave Option 2 was their answer.
Correct.
And those 4,20,000 were given full marks for that.
Lord, my Lord, assist your
Course,
lordships.
we don't answer that right now. You
Right.
won't know.
Yes, yes.
We'll go
Because, my Lord, Miss Tanvi Dubey, my Lord, in the morning called me to inform me that one boy or girl, my Lord, has approached her that she has got 720 out of 720. So for her, that 5 marks,
We'll go to 750 and
15. So
absolutely.
I said that you move the court and whatever I'll make my submissions, my Lord, on that question.
Then we will hear you for that girl. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Give us the name of that girl and what you are arguing, because we like to hear you, because we have a representative from that category.
Yes. Lord, please see 115. What I mean, cumulative frequency. Lord, when I say that I got 600 marks, above me have 30 persons, my Lord, in 30 individuals with 601 mark also. Hypothetical figure. 30 is hypothetical figure because every figure has more than one students getting those figures, my Lord, in a span of 24 lakhs.
Now, when
Therefore,
seal number 2, Mr. Solicitor, 716 marks,
yes,
cumulative frequency is 671.
correct, my Lord.
So this will include 71, will include the 61?
61, yes, 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 yes. That is cumulative.
These 71 people would be, say, 716 and above.
Yes. So accordingly, when we were considering the figure of 600,
So in other words, somebody who gets 716 would rank as the 71st candidate,
yes, your lordship, sorry, correct.
or between 61 and 71.
Depending upon, my Lord, what is the upper position. It would be a total reshuffle.
It would be 14 at item 1, then 44, 10 people at 716, and 288 plus whatever those.
They would be directly
44
impacted. They
people.
would be directly impacted. They will go down.
And interestingly, we are taking 622 as the mark for the 56,000 seats. That you'll get at sale number 93.
Correct.
Third column.
Yes.
That, and 1,08,000, let us see now. 1,08,000 is
No,
537.
130,
138. That's how we
570.
get. Now, we'd
Before
like to, you can take it at your own time, but we'd like you to show us the 1563 candidates.
Yes, it's there. It's there. My Lord, we have prepared it yesterday, my Lord.
It's here.
It was there, my Lord, but
I think it's at page 11 over here.
yes, my Lord, but we have done a little better exercise. Page 8, bottom, my Lord, your lordships may kindly see.
Page
Uh,
8, got it.
Yes.
156.
Lord, they were, your lordships are aware, they were given grace marks initially, what was termed as compensatory marks. And thereafter, retest was taken.
They belong to how many centers?
I'll just, my Lord, there is another, my Lord, 6 centers. My Lord. 6. I'll give the details, my Lord, the center-wise also.
From 6 centers.
Yes.
And these were the candidates who were given compensatory marks because they were given the wrong paper.
No, because they could not get 3 hours, 20 minutes full time.
And why did they not get the full time?
There are different reasons, but essentially because of the wrong paper being given
Right.
initially, paper being taken up and
They were given either the Can Bank paper
those,
or maybe also different medium of instruction also.
that is only one case, my Lord. That is one case,
Savai Madhopur.
Savai Madhopur. The rest are, my Lord,
Since, yeah, has
Lord,
taken-
my Lord, when we are dealing with, my Lord,
the examination, that can't be because our court
there
had
is
permitted it.
there is none.
We dismissed the writ petition.
No,
Did we? No, we didn't dismiss the writ.
Your
petition.
Lordship
we
did not.
permitted it allowed to, permitted it to
The
take place.
challenge was to grant of compensatory marks.
Right.
So we pointed out
But we are now
that
holding a.
now we are holding a fresh test. So court said now that question does not arise.
When
That's the
special test held.
23rd of June 24. But out of 1563, only 813 appeared. It's an option of not appearing. And my lord, I must tell you, nothing would turn on this, my lord, but as a piece of information, why, my lord, out of 1563, only 813 appeared? Lord, suppose I am a student, I did not get half an hour out of 3 hours, 20 minutes. I completed my paper, say, in 2 hours. I'm a brilliant student. I may not choose to go for and take my chance in the retest. Therefore, the option was that either you accept your result of less time performance, or you are given an option of appearing again. Lord, rest of them chose, because some may be meritorious, but we can't compel them.
Marks were then withdrawn. Nobody then
Everyone.
Those who chose to stand by their original result, that is the original result minus the
Minus compensatory marks. So the student will have a choice that minus compensatory mark, I am getting this much. I have performed well. So why should I take a chance or gamble by appearing again? It was a gamble. He could have got more.
compensatory marks which were given, was it uniform for everyone?
Uniform.
How many marks were given?
Uniform. Proportionate formula, my lord. There was some formula as per CLAT, my lord.
But everybody got the same compensatory mark.
Yeah,
Or it varied
same
from
methodology was applied.
Same methodology.
Same method.
Based on what they had scored.
Scored and what the time lost.
So everybody didn't get like 4 marks or 5 marks.
No, not a fixed figure. The system applied was same.
The same formula was applied.
Same formula. I'm sorry.
Results.
Yes.
Depending on how much compensatory mark, everybody didn't get the same compensatory mark.
No.
The same principle was applied.
But
Maybe
whatever
that's how
was given.
Those students have either had to appear or have their original result minus.
Minus compensatory mark. Yes. So out of those 1563, 813 appeared. They may not have fared well, my lord, in the first. So out of 156, 1563 candidates, as on 30th June, 26 candidates have scored equal to or more than 577. That is corresponding to 1,08,000 mark. And success rate is 1.7%. And out of this, 11 have scored equal to or more than 622.
Now, those who remained didn't take the new examination. How many of them got more than 622? Those who didn't take the.
We have, my lord, we'll check up.
This-
Your lordship, it would be an interesting figure because maybe they didn't appear because they had more than 60.
Then they felt that they had done well enough.
They have done well. And my 6,
7, okay.
I can prepare it and give it to your lordship.
800.
Lord, because I may get, Lord, so for example, I have got 600 marks without compensatory. I might feel that if I reappear, I might come down to 550. So I don't take a chance that whatever admission I'll get wherever, at 600, I'll take that chance. They took that chance. And success ratio is 1.7% in 1,08,000 and 0.7.
This is the 1563 now we've done.
Yes.
Now, which is the next area?
Yes. Lord, next area, before I take your lordships to the other things, would your lordships like to see, my lord, the investigation?
Now, what about since we are looking at the data, what about those who were given the CanBank paper?
What happened was, as I have said, we are dealing with 4750 centers. Human errors do occur in few of the centers. One human error
How many
was.
centers was the CanBank paper given actually? Let's see
We have
the
prepared,
issue.
we have
just want
undertaken that
clarity on that
exercise.
actually.
We have undertaken that exercise, yesterday night. There are two categories.
Just 1 second.
मेल कर दे संजय को. संजय संजय करे. Four of this.
Para 3 also. At how many centers?
NEET UG were Canara Bank questions booklets distributed. Question papers from Canara Bank were distributed at 12 centers. But kindly see, out of 4750, out of 12 centers, 4 centers replaced the Canara Bank question papers with State Bank of India question papers. Thus, 8 centers, the questions paper from Canara Bank were used. But rightly or wrongly, they took the decision that having given a wrong question, now let them complete 3 hours and 20 minutes with the wrong question. Wrong in the sense that it was SBI and not Canara, with the difficulty level being the same. Whoever approached
How many total candidates answered the Canara Bank question bank?
Yes, but 3307. And we have given center wise. And serial number 7 would, my lord, assist your lordships. The candidate of the above referred centers who answered Canara Bank were evaluated based upon the respective answer key of Canara Bank. Out of 3307, 59 candidates have scored more than 577, which corresponds to 1,08,000, and 17 have scored more than 622, that is respectively 1.7% and 0.5%. These are the students where the center superintendent took a decision that, all right, I have brought a wrong question paper, but let them complete now within 3 hours and 20 minutes.
3,307 candidates.
Yes. And next, my lord, my learned friend, my lord, mentioned that this key was never uploaded. That is factually not correct, my lord. Serial number 8, the answer key of Canara Bank question paper were also uploaded on 3rd June.
So for 8 centers, where the examination took place on the basis of the CanBank question bank.
Yes.
They have been graded and assessed on that basis.
On the basis of the answer, model answers of Canara Bank.
So 3,307 candidates are not assessed on the basis of SBI, but the CanBank, the wrong. Now,
In a sense, wrong, my lord, yes.
But
both were correct.
Has some moderation been done between the CanBank and the SBI question?
Lord, the report of the expert is that the difficulty level of both the question papers are same. And that is always, my lord, questions are prepared. So that one question paper is not more difficult than the other.
in the SBI lot, I mean,
Remaining, my lord,
Remaining.
99%.
yeah, what is the success rate for the, for 622 and above?
Lord, if your lordship sees para 2, perhaps, my lord, of this. No, no, no. Lord, in the main written submissions, my lord, if your lordship comes to page 2. This is total 4 point,
Yes.
page 2 of the original, first which I saw. The total number of candidates appeared is 23,33,162. The cutoff marks of
23
candidate
lakhs, 33,000.
162. Where I'm roughly using 24. This is the correct figure, accurate figure, madam.
என்ன சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இப்போ வந்து அந்த 1563 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க இல்லையா? ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ரீ எக்ஸாம் ஏன் வச்சோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, 8 சென்டர்ல வந்து கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வந்து கனரா பேங்க் கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வந்து நாங்க கொடுப்போம். ஸோ அதனால வந்து ரீ எக்ஸாம் வைக்க வேண்டிய சூழ்நிலை ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ அதோட அந்த கொஸ்டின் பேப்பரை இதுவும் வந்து ரெண்டும் ஒரே மாதிரி தான் செட் பண்ணியிருந்தோம். எஸ்பிஐல வந்ததும் கனரா பேங்க்ல வந்ததும் அந்த கொஸ்டின் பேப்பரோட அந்த லெவல் வந்து ஒரே மாதிரி தான் செட் பண்ணியிருந்தோம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க.
So the cutoff mark,
Difficulty
whose rank is within 1,08,000, is 577, which is 4.6%.
4% get at least 577 marks.
Yes, madam. And
6,000,
2.4%.
which is 622 marks, is how many? Is 2 point?
4%.
So really speaking, then here the rate is 1.7% and 0.5%.
Correct.
So the Canara Bank success rate is lower.
My lord, maybe the caliber of the students also needs to be, my lord. Because when the papers are set, my lord, the experts are told to set it in such a way that since we have to give last minute option, both must have the same difficulty level. The authorization letter contains the name, photograph, and signature of city coordinator duly authorized by DG NTA. I must tell your lordships, my lord, this goes digitally because it's impossible to send personally to 4,750 students. So he has to take a printout. So he can have 2 printouts. Now, this is to enable him to produce the authorization letter to the bank and to ensure that the bank can verify that the same authorized person has come to collect. It is responsibility of city coordinator to distribute the respective trunks containing booklets, each of which are individually and collectively sealed to the respective centers. This handing over by the bank to city coordinator is recorded in CCTV. As per the practice, the city coordinator goes along with center superintendent as well as an independent neutral observer appointed by NTA for each center. The observer is appointed for each center, who is generally a principal or a lecturer of the nearby educational institutions. Every center has, my lord, an
So
observer.
in the morning of the examination, the DG NTA would indicate which is the set, which set is the Can Bank set or the SBI set to be taken up.
Yes,
That message is passed on to the city coordinator,
correct.
and the city coordinator in turn relays it to the center.
He has-
center superintendent.
Yes, but he has 2 options. Either he can go and collect everything and distribute, but generally practice is he calls every center superintendent and the observer to come
They go together and take their respective trunks.
But then if that is done, how is
So இப்போ இப்போ வந்து என்ன சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்கன்னா, இப்போ பேங்க்ல வந்து கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வச்சிருக்காங்க. அந்த கொஸ்டின் பேப்பரை யாரு எடுப்பாங்க? இப்போ யாரு எடுப்பாங்கன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, சிட்டி இன்சார்ஜ்னு ஒருத்தர் இருக்காங்க, அப்சர்வர்னு ஒருத்தர் இருக்காங்க. அப்சர்வர் யாரு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, இப்போ ஸ்கூல்ல ஒரு இன்சார்ஜ் வந்து அப்சர்வரா போட்டுருவாங்க. சிட்டி இன்சார்ஜ்னு ஒரு ஆள் இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ எப்படி வந்து கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வந்து பேங்க்ல இருந்து சென்டருக்கு போகுதுன்றத டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றாங்க.
is it that some chaps went to got
Lord,
the
Lord,
Canva?
your lordships are absolutely right, but I put it that way, my lord. He may be having, my lord, both. The authorization, my lord, is not bank-wise. Authorization is person-wise. That Mr. X is authorized.
But the banks are informed by the DGNTA in the morning that look, we are
That-
choosing the
Lord,
choosing the
that-
SBI
that
option.
is, my lord, a lacuna. I will not, my lord, say anything wrong before your lordships. This should be introduced. The bank should be instructed, both banks should be instructed that you give and you
We will
don't.
not give.
Yes.
Because this should be centrally circulated to CanBank. I mean, CanBank this time. That look, your paper is to be now maintained in safe custody in the bank itself. You will not distribute that question paper.
And SBI should be told that you don't give if somebody comes.
Yeah. And only SBI papers will be
But,
distributed.
my lord, kindly examine from this point of view, out of 4,750 centers, rest of the person, my lord, except these 4-5 instances, rest of the persons understood the training correctly. They are trained that you have to go to the center, you are informed in the morning at 8 o'clock. So the system as a whole has worked, my lord, except human error at 0.3%, my lord, centers. That is 8 centers out of 4,750.
All right. Now we'll go on to the investigation.
Please. Lord, Lord, please come to the first report. Lord, I'll request, my lord, is the Lord, I've requested my friend, my lord, to sit with me so that I can. Well, he is Mr. Krishna, he is additional director CBI, and the officer is, my lord, the DIG CBI. Both of them, my lord, have done a, my lord, wholesome work. My lord, from para 1 to 16.
This is you are reading para now. What are you reading, Mr.
No,
Sir?
first report. I'm not reading it, my lord, I'm
All
just
right.
bringing
First report, no?
first report.
What is 120?
Oh, in the envelope. Hmm? My lord, if your lordship would like to see the sealed envelope, there is one.
Numbered paragraphs are all consecutively numbered.
No, the sealed envelope, Lord, it's interesting. Lord, each paper along with OMR sheet is put in one-time terrible plastic bag. It is like this. I'll, my lord, give to your lordship, my lord, because the moment, my lord, I tear it, I cannot repaste it. It is one-time terrible. It's not a, not a glue stick thing.
Yes.
Thereafter, 24 papers are, my lord, packed in another pack, which is like this. I don't want to demonstrate.
இப்போ வந்து என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, இப்போ கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வந்து பேங்க்ல இருந்து சென்டருக்கு வந்துருது. ஸோ அது எப்படி வரும்? ஸோ எப்படி பேக்கிங் இருக்கும்? ஸோ அந்த கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் ஓஎம்ஆர் ஷீட்லாம் எப்படி இருக்கும்? ஸோ அதை எப்படி வந்து நாங்க பிரிச்சு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கொடுப்போம் அப்படின்றாங்க. அதுல வந்து என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, அந்த என்வலப் வந்து கிழிச்சிட்டு தான் நம்ம வந்து எடுக்கணும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. ஒரு தடவை அதை கிழிச்சிட்டா மறுபடியும் அதை நம்ம பேஸ்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ அப்படின்ற மாதிரி அதை டெமான்ஸ்ட்ரேட் பண்ணி காமிச்சிட்டு இருக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ அந்த பார்சல் வந்து சாரி அந்த கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வந்து ஒரு பண்டில் எடுத்துட்டு வந்திருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதை எப்படின்றத டெமான்ஸ்ட்ரேட் பண்ணி காமிக்கிறேன்.
Demonstrated. And thereafter, my lord, I have explained from page 1 to
para 1 to 16, how at different level there are 7 layers of securities. Lord, at page 4, एक नहीं है खुला, एक दे दो कोई भी एक पेपर.
Actually, you know, judging which one paper to be.
ஸோ என்டிஏ வந்து என்ன என்ன சொல்ல வராங்க, என்டிஏ வந்து என்ன சொல்ல வராங்கன்னா அவங்க சைடில் இந்த கொஷின் பேப்பர் வந்ததை ஓப்பன் பண்ணி எடுத்து அதை வந்து மறுபடியும் வந்து அதை பேஸ்ட் பண்ணி ரிட்டர்ன் பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ ஒன்ஸ் நம்ம அதை வந்து கிழிச்சிட்டா மறுபடியும் வந்து அதை நம்ம பேஸ்ட் பண்ண முடியாதுன்ற மாதிரி அவங்க வந்து செக்யூர்டா தான் இருக்கு. கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர்லாம் வந்து பேங்க்ல இருந்து எக்ஸாம் சென்டர் வர வரைக்குமே செக்யூர்டா தான் இருக்குன்றத அவங்க சொல்றாங்க.
It cannot be packed again.
This is a skip or anything like that. It's
And
just-
this is opened by the students. Now the paper which we got, the burnt paper which we got from Lord, the place where they were asked to memorize, we received a burnt paper. Now every paper has, Lord, in the middle, a unique number. Every student will have a unique number. I'll come to that. Just Lord, bear this in mind. कॉपी इनको भी दे दो.
ஸோ என்னன்னா நம்ம இப்போ வந்து அந்த கொஸ்டின் பேப்பரு OMR ஷீட் வந்து யார் ஓப்பன் பண்ணுவாங்க அதெல்லாம் இது பண்றாங்க. இப்போ நார்மலாக நம்ம இதுலயே வந்து இப்போ டிஎன்பிஎஸ்சி எக்ஸாமே எழுதியிருக்காங்கன்னா அதை வந்து ஒரு கேண்டிடேட் முன்னாடியில தான் வந்து அதை ஓப்பன் பண்ணி இது பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ ஒரு எக்ஸாம் ஹால்லையே இருக்கிற ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸை வந்து சைன் பண்ண சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ அது மாதிரி அந்த எக்ஸாம் ஹாலுக்கு போனதை அந்த எக்ஸாம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டை வந்து எப்படி அதை ஓப்பன் பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்றதை நாங்கள் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஃபோன்லேயே நாங்கள் பண்ணி தான் காமிக்கிறோம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்கிறாங்க.
Also, one sill here. Inside.
inside.
Inside also. Inside.
ஸோ அதாவது என்னன்னா அந்தந்த அந்தந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் தான் அவங்களோட ஓஎம்ஆர் ஷீட்டையும் கொஸ்டின் பேப்பரையும் பிரிச்சு எடுக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும் அப்படின்றாங்க. ஸோ யாரும் வந்து தனிப்பட்ட வகையில இன்னொருத்தவங்களோட ஒரு கொஸ்டின் பேப்பருமே தனியா கவர்ல தான் வரும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க.
Inside, once you tear the plastic and 20 questions each or 25 questions each is distributed amongst them, ensuring that they do not carry any mobile phones because they don't want the paper to go beyond anyone who has not paid them. Now, after that memorizing exercise and after the students left, I'll come to that, they burn the paper. But page 21, this piece remained unburned. Photographs, put it back and resealed it using the lighter, not the way.
That girl said that there was a.
Yeah, yes, we have the statement of that girl also that yes, my paper and this was also broken.
She complained. That girl.
No, in the survey, it's a statement. When we recorded this,
by CBI.
yes,
Because that's that's CBI followed that lead because the
number, because of the number,
This number belongs to only one person.
And that number was recovered from where?
From the place where students were brought at around in the morning of 5th, that papers would
Later
come
it
at
was burned.
the papers would come in Patna, the papers would come by 10:30, 10:45. It came in two tranches. One subject was solved earlier, so it came at 10:30. Second subject was solved little later, so it came at 10:45. They were asked to memorize. And then at 12:45, and we have the CCTV footage of where they gathered for the purpose of going to that school, and they come back to that meeting point again and disperse to their respective centers. Because they were from different centers, not from this school. School is only used for the purpose of committing theft of the paper.
Right.
Thereafter, they burned. You can say that.
Yep, you can tell him. You can tell him.
With your lordship's permission.
Certainly.
Well, he knows it inside out.
Lord,
So you can take
this serial number that is written on this half-burnt page is a unique number. If there are 24 lakhs question papers being printed, there will be 24 lakhs such different codes.
இப்ப என்ன சொல்ல வராங்கன்னா கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வந்து லீக் ஆயிருக்கு. ஆனா வந்து இன்னைக்கு காலையில தான் லீக் ஆயிருக்கு. அதோட கொஸ்டின் பேப்பரோட அந்த இது வந்து நிறைய இடத்துக்கு பரவல அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ காலையில தான் லீக் ஆயிருக்கு. அது வந்து எப்படின்றத சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
And this serial number goes to Oasis School only as per NTA record. It can't go to any other center in the country. So that is how we went to Oasis School and said that this serial number is supposed to come to you. To whom did you issue this paper to? It was issued to one genuine girl candidate.
She was not involved in any.
She was not involved in any place because the paper was not stolen. There is no displacement of the paper. It was just photographed and replaced back.
And it was again put back in
It was again put back, and so it went to a genuine candidate in the normal course. And that genuine candidate found the seal here was broken, that sticker. And this was also opened. She did not complain to the invigilator. She kept quiet, but to us, she said this is what she found. So that proves that it has been tampered. That is one, my lord. Secondly, these pieces were found in Patna.
This you found where exactly? This you found in Patna.
Patna, that Learns Boys High School, where about 25 candidates were gathered and the solved paper was given. So the original paper was not taken out, it was replaced back, but its printout was taken and circulated to the candidates, one paper per 2-3 candidates. They sat in a group and started memorizing it. And at the end of the 12:30 or so, they have to go to the centers because exam is at 2. Some centers are far away, some centers are nearby. Then they put all of them together and burnt it.
And this girl was attempting, who was actually the girl to whom that, tampered seal was handed over. She was in which center?
She was in Hazaribagh Oasis School.
She was in Oasis.
Because this serial number is allocated to Oasis School Center, my lord.
Oh, from
And
NTA.
from NTA. And NTA gives unique 24 lakh serial numbers so that no two candidates in the country will get the same serial number.
Right.
And this serial number, 124 lakh series is different for SBI. Another 24 lakh series is different for Canara Bank. So there will be almost 48 lakh codes. So that is how with this piece of paper recovered in Learns Boys School in Patna, we reached Hazaribagh. Because this serial number is allocated to only
But
Oasis.
it was otherwise to be destined for the Hazaribagh school.
Hazaribagh Oasis School alone. So there are 5
But
centers.
the breach occurred in Patna.
No, my lord.
Breach
It was
occurred
told-
again in
the
it was
breach
delayed
occurred
to
in
Patna.
Oasis School, but relate to Patna.
where these problem solving, etc. took place.
Problem solving also took place in Hazaribagh, my lord.
Hazaribagh.
Only there were 2 groups of candidates. One beneficiary group was in Hazaribagh, where the problem solving also took place in another floor of the same building.
Right.
And the first floor, girl candidates, female candidates were there. In the second floor, male candidates were there. In the third floor, the solvers were there. All the 7-8 solvers were together along with the gang.
Without
And-
telephones, without their.
And neither the candidates nor the solvers were allowed to bring the phones into that particular location. And after this solution, again, digital image was taken and it was transmitted to Patna Learns Boys High School, where one of the gang members of the accused is present.
And you recovered this burnt thing from?
From Patna,
From
from that school, Learns Boys High School.
Oh, I see.
Where there were 25 candidates.
Distributed this in the classroom.
Yes, sir.
So that person also.
The
couldn't
invigilator
realize
also did
that
not.
The seal
That
is
this has been
tempered.
again.
Yeah, he did not mind.
Resealed with a lighter.
The packet.
Because if you,
No, the big
if you reseal any plastic with a lighter, it will have burnt marks.
My lord, yes. These are 72 question papers, ma'am. This 4-5 such packets are kept in a trunk. This has got 3 packets of 24 question papers each, inside separately packed. Now on this, the invigilator and center superintendent have to sign that when we are opening, there is no tampering. So though there was a tampering and burnt from one side and again refixed,
One paper.
and one paper removed and replaced, they have signed because the center superintendent and the city coordinator were also part of the conspiracy.
Well, interrogated that person.
They arrested, yes.
We arrested, sir.
He was also part and parcel of this.
Yes, yes, he took money. He took money.
The center superintendent and the coordinator were part of this.
Yes, sir. Yes, my lord.
They are
were
arrested. They are in
Both
custody.
arrested. Apart from that, there is one more middleman who was a bridge between the gang and these two. And the conspiracy was hatched almost 2-3 months prior to the actual stealing, because they will have to identify one vulnerable center who is ready to accept and give the access.
But one question I had was, once they had this conspiracy about 2 or 3 months back, how is it that they confined the conspiracy to such a small group of people? Human greed otherwise is that he would want to maximize the profits which he's going to make from the conspiracy. Why did they then only confine themselves to say 25 students?
No, my lord, we have given.
Once they had invested, once they could have.
We have given the figure in para number.
155.
Para number 113.11.
155 students.
Yes. Well, what happens is, Manoj, since they don't want the paper to go or their identity to be revealed to many people and exposing them to be arrested in advance, they go to the people, my lord, 1-to-1. And those who fall into the trap, they give post-dated checks and some amount in advance. We have recovered the post-dated checks also. So post-dated checks now cannot be encashed. We have recovered them.
The money is not collected in one tranche, my lord. Initially, one token advance is taken. So the candidate is permitted to gain access to that particular location where they're going to distribute the salt paper. Now he doesn't know whether this is the content which is going to come in the exam. So once he comes out of the examination center, then only he confirms that yes, what you gave me yesterday is the one, or what you gave me today morning is the one which came.
But there's no evidence to indicate that the conspiracy was wider, at least in Jharkhand and Bihar?
No, my lord. What we found so far was that there were 2 locations in Hazaribagh where this was shared after solving, and one location in Patna where this was shared after solving. And within Patna, that group had a subgroup of 6 female candidates who came on 4th itself. So they didn't want to keep the boys and girls in the same, under the same roof. So they put it in one of the accused houses.
So in fact, first it was Bihar local police, then Bihar EOU.
EOU.
Lord, local police, my lord, it seems, I was shown yesterday, have, Lord, recorded in a cut paste mode, my lord. So once a paragraph, my lord, is added in every.
Because, you know, we saw the statement of Anurag Yadav. You will find it at page 132 of the file. Nitish Kumar at page 92 of the file. And Amit Anand at 88 of the file.
My lord,
You
Anurag,
compared the
Anurag Yadav at page 113 it is there, and 129 also it is there, my lord. But
It's a repetition.
before that, my lord, in this report, if my lordship may go to page number 5. Page number 5. This is the consolidated status report prepared by EOU 1 day before it was handed over to CBI, my lord. In that last paragraph,
It's 3 lines.
last 3 lines, my lord. Page number 5.
Now the relay from Hazaribagh to Patna
Is through
was
WhatsApp.
through the mobile of one of these persons who took a picture of the scanned answer sheets and sent us the solved answer sheets and sent them. Now, has that mobile been seized?
No, my lord. They have destroyed some of the gadgets, and yesterday we recovered some of them. Now we have to examine them forensically, whether these were this set of mobiles yesterday we recovered.
ஸோ இப்போ என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா ஹசாரிபாத்ல வந்து ஒரு கொஸ்டின் பேப்பரை எடுத்து அதை வந்து மறுபடியும் இது பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அந்த ஒரு கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர், ஒரு பொண்ணோட கொஸ்டின் பேப்பரை எடுத்து அதை போட்டோ எடுத்து ஒரே கேங் தான் ஹசாரிபாத்லயும் பண்ணிருக்கு. அதை வந்து போட்டோ எடுத்து வாட்ஸ்அப்ல வந்து பாட்னாக்கு அனுப்பியிருக்காங்க. வேற எந்த யாரும் இன்வால்வ் ஆகல. ஸோ அந்த கொஸ்டின் பேப்பரை வந்து எடுத்ததை கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டோம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க.
Recovered were from the same gang.
இதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா சிட்டி கோஆர்டினேட்டர், அப்புறம் வந்து நம்ம முதல்ல சொல்லியிருந்தோம் சிட்டி கோஆர்டினேட்டர்னு ஒருத்தர் இருப்பாங்க, அப்புறம் வந்து ஒரு சென்டர் இன்சார்ஜ் இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ இவங்க எல்லாமே இதுல வந்து இன்வால்வ் ஆயிருக்காங்க அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க.
But whether the same instruments were para 5.2, my lord, para 5.2, last 3 lines.
5-0 if you can.
5.2. Para 5.2.
Start with 5.
இப்போ சிபிஐ ரிப்போர்ட் படி என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, ஸோ அந்த 25 பேர்ல சில பேரோட டிவைஸ் மட்டும் தான் நாங்க வந்து இது பண்ணியிருக்கோம். வேற ஏதாவது போன் யூஸ் பண்ணி எடுத்திருக்காங்களா என்னன்றது தெரியல அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ அந்த 25 பேர்ல சில போன், அதாவது இப்போ நான் என்ன நினைக்கிறேன்னா 25 பேர்ல வந்து ஒரு பர்டிகுலரா சில பேர் வந்து போனை வந்து ஏதோ டெஸ்ட்ராய் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, அவங்களோட டிவைஸ் வந்து டெஸ்ட்ராய் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. சில பேரோட டிவைஸ் வந்து மொபைல்ஸ் வந்து கேப்சர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இது போக வேற ஏதாவது மொபைல் அவங்க யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்களா, அது என்னன்றது விசாரிக்கணும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க.
It also may be seen, my lord.
Back to this page 21 of your report.
Yes, my lord.
Report.
Yes.
This is a work of an amateur. Professional would not commit this mistake. He would ensure that the entire paper is burned.
Shredded.
You got the clue, the first clue, because of these numbers.
Yes, my lord.
These numbers are to be found where on this booklet?
Yes, inside every page it will be there.
Inside.
Yes.
Your lordship
On the
can-
top also, on the top left corner, it is there, my lord.
Your lordships can open it, but this is used paper, so it can be opened.
On the top left
But your
corner.
lordship will have to tear it. It cannot be opened the way we open, my lord, the glued envelope.
You don't need a scissor.
No, you don't need a Caesar. You are not supposed to be having a Caesar as a student.
What was done is, with the camera in the mobile, it was clicked and a hard copy was downloaded. So this is that hard copy
Yes,
which
yes.
has been
That's
downloaded.
the reason why the girl student got her own paper that was earmarked to her.
So what was the idea in clicking this part, this part?
It's on every page.
It's on every page, my lord.
He doesn't have a choice.
Entire booklet was photographed.
Each page, each page. Each page.
Thereafter, it was put back in the envelope and tried to reseal with lighter.
As per the CCTV footage, my lord, he had 1 hour, 20 minutes. Yes. Even the OMR sheet will have the same number, my lord. The OMR sheet and question paper are matched. They come in the same packet.
Good. As my lord Hmm.
Now, the leaked, the solved question paper is then transmitted by electronic mode to Patna. Now, do we have any forensic evidence to indicate how that data was transferred and to which phones the data was transferred?
Yeah, I'll answer that, my lord. Before that, this is the report of the Patna police, my lord, which has been submitted, page number 43, 44. There are more number of burnt pieces. If my lordship can.
Semi-burnt.
Semi-burnt pieces. In all those, the same serial number is figuring, which we have shown it here.
This is
So
solved.
that means.
And
of
that
the-
serial number is of the school.
Of the Oasis Center.
Same girl.
Right, the center.
Same girl. Same
Now,
number.
that means, my lord, all these burnt pieces belong to one question paper. It is not that 4, 5 question papers were stolen and burnt, because the serial number then has to be different on each piece of paper. Okay,
The question paper will have the center number and the serial number of the
code,
question paper itself.
serial number of the question
So
paper.
it has two things, the center number and the serial number of the question paper.
Yes, madam.
And there's only one which has been.
Yeah. Now, for a moment, my lord, supposing we say that this paper got, this serial.
என்ன சீஃப் ஜஸ்டிஸ் என்ன கேக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா இப்போ ஹசாரிபாத்ல இருந்து பாட்னாக்கு வந்து கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வந்து போயிருக்கு. இது வந்து இந்த கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வந்து எப்போ வந்து இதை வந்து எடுத்திருக்காங்க அப்படின்றது நம்மளுக்கு ஃபாரன்சிக் ரிப்போர்ட் இருக்கா, எவிடன்ஸ் இருக்கா? அதாவது இவங்க வந்து எப்படின்னா, காலையில அந்த டைம்ல தான் ஆயிருக்குன்ற மாரி சொல்றாங்க, என்டிஏ தரப்புல. ஆனா வந்து இது எப்ப நடந்துச்சுன்னு எக்ஸாக்ட்டா தெரியுமா? தெரியாதா? சோ அந்த மாதிரி சீஃப் ஜஸ்டிஸ் வந்து கேட்கறாங்க. அதுக்கு வந்து ஸ்ட்ராங் எவிடன்ஸ் ஏதாவது இருக்கா? காலையில தான் நடந்ததுக்கு அப்படின்றதுக்கு.
Serial number paper got leaked. Sir, as per CCTV footage between 8:02 to 9:23 AM on 5th. So that was the time when he has access to this particular serial
That
number.
CCTV footage is from where? When he's entering, when he's leaving, or when?
Both.
With
Entering into the control room where the trunks were placed and exit from the control room where the trunks were placed. And the photograph of both the trunks before it was locked, the control room was locked after they were brought from the safe vault of the bank. And when they were opened again for all other witnesses and all, that photographs also we have given, my lord, in
And the control room is under, the lock of the control room is in whose custody?
My lord, there are two doors to the control room, this particular control room. The front door was locked in front of everybody and the key was with the center superintendent. But the inside bolt of the rear door was kept deliberately open by the central superintendent as well as the city coordinator as part of the conspiracy.
To allow somebody to.
To allow somebody to enter. And this person whom I named just now was sitting in the staff room, whose door is just adjacent to this rear door of the control room. It is hardly 2 steps to open the other door and enter this door. So 7:53, the front door of the control room is locked and everybody goes to inspect the examination halls, etc. From the rear door at 8:02, this man enters.
Only a minute. At this juncture, please see second status report, page 11.
So this man enters at about 8:03, about 8 o'clock.
8:02.
8:02, he enters from behind. That is recorded, movement is recorded on the CCTV. And he leaves at about 8:23.
8:23. 9:23.
So he's inside for almost 1.5 hours.
Because, my lord, there are 7 layers of packing. What we showed, my lordship, is only an individual question paper which comes in this packet of 72 questions. And this
ஸோ 8 மணிக்கு வந்து கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் லீக் ஆனதாகவும் 8:20க்கு 8 to 8:20க்குள்ள கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர் வந்து எடுத்துட்டு சொல்றாங்க.
is again put in a trunk. Then trunk has 2 locks in the front. And trunk is put in another carton box where the image can be seen at page number 11 of the second status
You
report.
opened the trunk from behind.
He has opened the trunk from behind. The rivets.
How did he use that? What kind of equipment did he have to open the trunk?
He had an exhaustive toolkit bag. The bag was kept in the control room by the center superintendent on the 4th.
Security surrounding that control room where the trunks were placed.
My lordship, it's the responsibility of the center superintendent itself.
He is a party to
He has a party to it. He kept that
So he kept the toolkit in that.
which is given by same accused 2 days prior, and he keeps it there. This man he doesn't carry the toolkit because he comes out empty-handed. That is also said. He just clicks on his phone, digital photographs, and walks off. He enters the campus at 7:12 and goes into the staff room and sits there. At 8:02, he enters the control room,
7 AM.
and 9:23, he exits the control room, and 9:24, he exits the center
But
itself.
how do we sort of hypothesize that this main accused Pankaj, that he sent the images of he first took a photograph, then he takes it to the problem solvers.
He sends it immediately after he exits the campus to the problem solvers. Where
Problem solvers are also in Hazaribagh.
they are in Hazaribagh in a guest house called, which is named in our report, my lord, on the 3rd floor.
Now,
And there is a printer there.
right, and from once they are solved by the problem solvers, they are remitted by whom? Again, by the same accused
By the same accused.
to Patna.
Pankaj also goes to that same location.
And then
And they
sends
have
it
a
to Patna.
group of several people there, about 9 persons.
How do we rule out this, that Pankaj may have sent it to other locations also?
But so far, from the investigation and interrogation of the accused, we found only 4 locations, my lord, 2 in Patna, 2 in Hazaribagh. And the top gangster is somebody. Below that, there are about 5 main persons, out of which 3 we have arrested and they are in our custody. And we have interrogated them. And below that, they have some people who mobilize the candidates, some people who identify the safe house, some people who
Is the top gangster also in custody or no?
not yet.
ஸோ சிபிஐ என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, இப்போ இது எக்ஸாக்டா இது யாரு பண்ணாங்கன்றத கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியல. ஒருத்தங்களுக்கு கீழே ஒருத்தங்க, ஒருத்தங்களுக்கு கீழே ஒருத்தங்க அப்படி போயிட்டே ஒரு செயின் லிங்க் மாதிரி போயிட்டே இருக்கு. ஸோ என்ன எக்ஸாக்டா யாரும் கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியல அப்படின்ட்டு தான் சிபிஐ தரப்புல சொல்றாங்க. டாப் டாப் மோஸ்ட்ல மேல இருக்கவங்க யாரு அப்படின்றத இன்னும் வந்து எக்ஸாக்டா கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியலன்னு சிபிஐ தரப்புல சொல்லியிருக்காங்க அவங்க ரிப்போர்ட்ல.
Solvers are in custody. How did the solvers actually transmit? They were solving. Were they solving the questions digitally?
Solvers-
They were solving them on paper. What were they doing?
Yeah, my lord. For example, if my lordship may see page 50 and 51, you can see the tick marks on the hard copy, half burnt papers. The size of this tick mark is different from the size of the tick mark which we recovered from the candidate, the girl candidate of Oasis. She has put a small tick. And in that, for every question, there is only one tick, what she thought it was the correct answer. So this tick is on another hard copy,
No, one clarification.
on a printout.
The man enters that control room, what control room?
Control room they call it. It's a hall.
According to you, sir, he was in that room for 1 hour and
20 minutes, 21 minutes.
he must have taken time to open the trunk from behind. He took out one question paper which unfortunately was given to that girl. Then he clicks pictures on his mobile. From his mobile, he forwards it to the solvers.
Not to the solvers, my lord. He forwards it to one of their own counterpart who is with the solvers.
Physical acts. He forwards it to X. X is in company of the solvers at the guest house.
Yes.
Then he must have parted that with the solvers.
He takes a hard printout.
This is that burnt thing is the hard print.
Printout,
One
solved printout.
1 second, my lord.
Okay.
The
So
sol-
after the solvers solve the question paper,
It's again scanned
By whom?
by the same accused who were
Okay.
there with him.
Oh, the
Pankaj
other
also
person was
is,
there. Pankaj is also there.
Pankaj is also.
And this scanned copy, we know, has been sent to Patna.
Yes.
It is
And also to one other location.
another center in Hazaribagh
Yes.
and to Patna. But we have, how do we sort of conclusively say that this scanned copy has been sent to no other centers other than one more at Hazaribagh and one at Patna?
My lord,
So
from-
we have no forensic, we don't have forensic data to, if we had forensic data, then there would be electronic footprints that this was sent to this was sent to this number, this was sent to this number.
That is why I gave the figures, because the time available for them to impart this, Lord, whatever they have stolen was hardly 1.5 hours to 2 hours. And therefore, even the students who are now caught, those who are beneficiaries according to us,
Because you know what?
they also did not fare well.
Earlier we thought that, that after he takes the photographs, that he comes to the center at about 9:30 and 45 minutes is given to the problem solvers. No, the problem solvers probably got the question paper at 8:30 itself.
no, my lord, at around 9:24, after he comes out, he transmits it as per the
That's the statements of
interrogation statements. Of,
These are the statements.
His mobile is not available, and that co-conspirator in
Hazaribagh's guest house is not so far away. Even the person who received, we have arrested him in Hazaribagh. Yes.
Right up to line.
ஸோ இப்போ வந்து என்னன்னா லஞ்ச் பிரேக்கு அப்புறம் மறுபடியும் பார்க்கலான்ற மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. ஸோ காலையில ஃபுல்லாவே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ரெஸ்பாண்டன்ட் சைடுல தான் வந்து ஃபுல்லாவே அவங்க சைடு இத வந்து வச்சிருக்காங்க. மதியத்துக்கு மேல தான் ஆப்போனன்ட் என்ன இதுக்கு சொல்றாங்கன்றது தெரியும். ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ காலையில இருந்து நீங்க இப்போ வந்து ஃபுல்லாவே வந்து என்டிஏ தரப்புல, கவர்ன்மெண்ட் தரப்புல தான் வந்து எல்லாமே பேசிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ மதியம் வந்து ஆப்போனன்ட் அதாவது கேஸ் ஃபைல் பண்ணுவாங்க. ரீநீட் வேணும்னு கேட்கறாங்க. ஸோ அவங்களோட சைடுல மதியம் வந்து வாதம் அவங்களோட வாதத்த மதியம் வைப்பாங்க. மறுபடியும் வந்து 2 மணிக்கு இது பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க.